Victor stared around him at his private room, which was pretty impressive in itself. He also had a great view of the land surrounding this facility, and he marveled at the well-kept grounds, the fences, the barns, and then the animals that came into view. Any place that took on humans and animals had to be a good company with good people running it, right? It was way more than he had expected, and so much more than he could have even hoped for. He was here, finally, and it seemed so long ago when he and Nurse Jerry at the VA Center had looked at the Hathaway House website and then had done the paperwork to get him here. First, he had dealt with a wait list, then the testing, and then getting needed permissions from his old doctors, and then all kinds of messes to get through before Victor made it here. His horrific journey had been painful, but it got him here. And now that he was here in his own room, he was starting a new path. Just knowing that his rehab here would be so different from where he'd been gave him a bad case of nerves. Not that he would ever show anybody. Once he'd received the confirmation that he was being shipped off, Jerry had been so ecstatic that she had contacted her friend Dawn, who worked in the Hathaway House kitchen. And that's when Jerry found out Dawn wasn't a line cook, but was the bakery chef. Victor had to smile at that, because who didn't love baked goods? It also meant that decent food must be here if they had a chef just for baking. Victor was beyond exhausted after the painful trip to Hathaway House, and yet hyped up and stressed on the inside. When a knock came on his open door, he rolled his head to the side and smiled at the young woman who stepped in. He immediately knew she would be someone he could trust, someone who had his best interests at heart. Kinda like Jerry, only it had taken him longer to warm up to her. Victor murmured, "Hey, I hope you don't need me to do much. I'm too tired and exhausted just getting here." She smiled and nodded. "How about just say hi?" "Hi," he replied. She chuckled. "I'm Dawn. Glad that you finally made it.